I asked Chris Ballard in the press conference, it was the first thing I asked him, which was the perception is that this would mean that there still is an ambiguity about Andrew Luck that is hanging over like the elephant in the room. Ballard was pretty insistent that that was not a factor at all and that they are very comfortable with where Andrew Luck is, that the doctors and everyone have told the Colts that Andrew Luck at this point would not need another surgery on that shoulder. I don't know that you can take that for anything other than face value. But I think when it really comes down to it, it's as simple as this. I think sometimes we overthink these things. And while I'm not sold that Andrew Luck is absolutely 100% going to play this season, I don't know that anybody can say that. And certainly the benefit of the doubt has been erased on that based on last year. But that said, I think it's very realistic to think that Robert Kraft simply looked at it and thought, you know, if Josh McDaniels leaves, I've already lost Matt Patricia. If the special teams coach is going with McDaniels to Indianapolis, as soon as Belichick retires and Brady retires, I'm left at square zero here. I would feel much more comfortable with somebody within the house taking over the car as soon as Belichick gets out of it. And I think he decided, I've got to make some security there and make sure it's Josh McDaniels. So when McDaniels literally was cleaning out his office or had gone in to do so, he was called in to talk to Belichick. And I think that's when Robert Kraft got out his checkbook and threw a Hail Mary, and it converted.
Wow, thank you very much, Jake. Very interesting stuff there. When you hear from Jake, an insider, that you're not 100% certain that he's going to play this season, if you're Josh McDaniels, does that weigh on the final decision to jolt Indy? If your stud quarterback, there's no guarantee he plays this season.
Let's not consider Josh McDaniels, right?
Okay.
We know he's going back to New England. What about the two potential candidates, Campbell and Frank Reich? That's a question I have to ask, and I need assurance. Will he play? How close is he, Andrew Luck, to being healthy?
But is the job all predicated on 12?
Hands down. You better believe it.
But I could be a head coach in the NFL.
And you would be short-term if you don't have number 12. It would be short-term. You would be a short-term head coach if number 12 is not healthy. This is a team that lacks talent.
Yeah.
He is the best player on that team, hands down. Wow. And if there's a chance that he's not healthy, you heard the insider, he's not willing to say he will play in 2018. I cannot walk into this job not knowing if my franchise quarterback will suit up in 2018. So I can't.
You'd rather remain as the OC in Philadelphia or a tight ends coach in New Orleans if 12 is not guaranteed to go next year?
I think I would, as far as the stability. Because what happens if 12 is out for the entire season
good point.
And you only win 2 or 3 ball games?
You know what?
Your seat is hot.
You make a great point because people like me go, wow, you just jumped to be a head coach at any job. I covered Jim Zorn in Washington, D.C. when he was hired as the offensive coordinator, then given the job as head coach because nobody else really wanted that job.
Yep.
And all of a sudden you saw what it did to Jim Zorn's career.
Yeah.
Right now he's back to being a quarterback's coach, and you go right back
Yeah.
at the bottom of the barrel.
It's
so
not
sometimes
about the title. It's about the right title.
Exactly.